I mean, I'll give you my point of view on that. That I feel is worse than the Shen. I feel like the Shen has a lot better time.
Before Valkyrie, there's going to be no Valkyrie here. Here he comes. The flash comes out, and the exhaust as well. That might be able to save him. There's the flash, though, and first blood going over to Crown 2 minutes into the game. They weren't expecting that game. Man, who is this guy? He's just exploding onto the scene with his aggression, kind of in the way that Peanut did. Uh-oh. Look at this. Ruler, not in the best spot here. He's going to flash the wall. Looks like Punch is not going to flash this yet. Going to rely on the Zyra, and that he does the heal, though. Oh, but he lands the Sonic Wave and flashes away. But nice job by CoreJJ to follow up with a kill onto Zyra. Looks like she got a little bit
pressure on Punch, because even if Punch comes here to help him shove this wave, here's the problem. He's already down in levels, and it's going to get worse in oh no, CuVee.
CuVee's here, and he's got his flash. He didn't use it before. That's going to be another kill going over to Samsung. So much focus on this mid lane.
Yeah, but the range at which they can start this via a flash ultimate out of Ruler.
Oh, they're going to be counter-engaged here, but CoreJJ is going to go down too fast. And just a nice set of ultimates there from Kongdoo Monster. But uh-oh, going to force the exhaust out here. Ruler doing a ton of damage too, and GuGer almost going down to the Graves ultimate. There's a ward there, though. The Chain of Corruption does miss. Still a ton of damage coming out, and GuGer's going to go down. They didn't even need Crown.
Yeah, they didn't need Crown. They knew that GuGer didn't have...
But they are spotted with the wards and the plants. So you can see Kongdoo now moving on over. Haru actually getting rooted up here. And here comes Lee Sin. Down he goes. And just getting caught there is Haru.
Yeah, Haru making a little bit of a misstep, pinned against the wall.
It right before he recalled. Well, here we go. Edge gets locked up once again. Command Shockwave. Too much damage. And down he goes. Now 0-3 is Edge. He has been bullied. Now they're definitely still very far ahead. And Haru, he wants something, but he will be kicked away. And, you know, with that, they do chunk down a bunch of the health. Maybe they can transition into something here. But unfortunately, Haru's going to get picked off again, going just a little bit too aggressive. And doesn't matter how low Punch is if he doesn't go.
Went out of combat. And that's
oh,
really
look at
difficult.
this. Oh, boy. CoreJJ recalling on a ward. That's pretty unfortunate. Now it's 5v4 around the Baron. Little back way doesn't want to go in just yet. CuVee coming from the top side, and here comes Ruler too. Chain of Corruption going on to Edge, and he's going to be bursted down immediately. Nice bullet time in the back to do a ton of damage to Roach, and there you go. Finally, they get 2 kills here. They do take a 5-3.
Trying to keep him out. GuGer, Ssol, and Punch trying to fight for position.
CoreJJ gets very low, but look at that. Punch goes in with the exhaust, but Crown very low too. Not able to get that off. And CoreJJ almost loses his life too.
Oh, but Lee Sin went down.
Onto that turret, bit by bit. Slowly and surely.
Punch is trying to look for an insect, not going to find it. Turret finally goes down.
GuGer almost eating the command shockwave, is forced to flash back, and GuGer wants it, but the bullet time coming in, huge amounts of damage. Down goes CuVee though. And they do get that turret. Incredible wave clear as a team. But taking it very slow, CuVee is going to get Chanic Crystal arrowed, and now Edge is coming from the right side. Not sure if he's going to be able to get out of this one as Nautilus joins the pack, but the bullet time is going to try to get everybody away. Now Punch is going to go down right after Zyra, and the big bait play, not sure if it was intentional, but CuVee kind of gets everybody on his evidence that even if they blow everything on him, it doesn't matter. He's just going to respawn and be super tanky once again. Now he wants to come in from behind. 1v5 as Ruler pokes. Nice dodge there with the Valkyrie, but as you see in the multi-view, we got a massive push going in the main base, and everybody from Kongdoo Monster's not going to be allowed to get back. A big flash there from Ssol to get away. The bullet time on the left side, but look at the base. The Nexus is now open, and this will be game number 1 going over to Samsung, no doubt, as they take down the last members of Kongdoo Monster before taking out that Nexus. There you go, GG. Down goes the Nexus. Game number 1 going over to the Samsung.
Game 1 going to Samsung in a very, very decisive victory. A little bit of slow tempo in the mid game, but eventually they bring it around. And